All right. Good morning. Good morning. It is 6:30. What is the time? Oh, it's 6:33. Sorry, I'm 3 minutes late. My name is Scott Redler. I'm the Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com, founder of Red Dog Mindset. Hopefully everyone's feeling well, had a great weekend. Here we are. It's a new week. It's a new month. It's always good when you enter a new month because you could start fresh, right? You can look at what you did well in February or January, February. You could also look at some mistakes and you can figure out, hey, how to do things better, how to get more prepared, how to get your routine more solid, how to, you know, be a little bit more flexible, how to honor your stops, how to execute when it's time, right? Those are all the things you got to do to be, a professional trader and make money and consistently make money for a living. So a lot of people are like, hey, Red Dog, what's next? We had a huge reversal on Friday, which was kind of telegraphed considering that we were so oversold, right? The market was really oversold. Um, S&P was like 4.5% off the highs. And guess what happened? The Red Dog reversal. Guys who have been following me, for 10, 15, 20 years, some of them, they have programmed Red Dog reversal. Some just manually do it. The bottom line is when you're down for multiple days or multiple weeks, you know where the action area is, you know where the rubber match is, and you execute. If you take a look right here at the SPYs, from the false breakout up here at around 610, you look how many days we were down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7 days. So some people are like, hey, Red Dog, I've been, I could Google Red Dog reversal and could have made money like a blind bat. I'm like, that's not really fair to say. It was not that easy on Friday. Yes, there was some good entries, and a lot of people thought we were going to have the Friday swoon, and then mechanically, there was a big buy program. So anyway, right here, it was the low, right? This was Thursday's low, 584.65. What did we do? Went below it, reclaimed it. If people thought we were going to go to 580 or below, didn't happen on Friday. Instead, it reclaimed 584.65 and had a really nice move. If it was going to be feeble, it would have got rejected here at 589. Guess what? It wasn't feeble. If it was going to be feeble, the active bears would have said, hey, we have enough power to sell the market there. But guess what happened? It reclaimed it. So right there, they pushed back. And then into the end of the day, there was a huge move. Okay, now what? SPYs are up an extra $2, giving some upside follow through. For those that do trade the Red Dog reversal, you know that if you do enter, okay, usually take about a third home just in case there's a little extra follow through. And here you are at 596.12. So the next question is, people like, hey, Red Dog, now that you had this, phenomenon happen in the market, is this, or is it the low? Like, is that it? Did we miss the correction? Are we back to the races? Are we going to see the highs? I'm like, at this point, I don't think so, but I'm not going to try and have such strong opinions. I want to see the action. I want to see how does Mag 7 trade? How does some semiconductors trade? How does some leaders trade? Do we open up today and then all of a sudden fade and go red and give back a portion? There's lots of things to consider, but you shouldn't have to consider that yet. Right now, just figure out what did you take home and what could you sell into strength, and then where is there resistance? If the active bears really want to keep, the ball here, they do not let the market get back above 598, 599.58. Like that, this is where we were rejected all last week. So if it's going to stay in that range, that is a spot. Okay, that is a spot. I bet you if Trump didn't come out over the weekend and say that Bitcoin and some of these other cryptocurrencies were going to get added to the strategic reserve, we probably would have given back a portion of Friday because it was very mechanical, and you would have given back a third. Instead, now Bitcoin's up. Some of the crypto, affiliates are up, and this is what people thought he would do in the first few weeks, and he waited. In actuality, it was probably good because he had a bigger correction there. So anyway, 598, 599.50 is resistance there. Here was your Red Dog reversal entry, and there were a lot of them. So, everyone loves when I trade, Tesla because, when it trades well, it trades well. So Tesla actually on Friday morning was my focus because it was oversold. It was coming into the election gap, and Tesla, gave you a really good Red Dog reversal also. If you get out here at the Red Dog reversal top or the lower high, another lower high, or when it broke, you had to weigh in. This is, 280.88. Went in as low as 273. That was the gap. That was a great spot to focus on. I actually talked about that, with the alpha team and all the dogs. And we had a great trade in the first 30 minutes and then stayed with it all day. And I took some overnight. And, if you look here on the virtual trading floor, don't have a ton of positions, but also already, trimmed a little bit. Came in overnight, I trimmed a little bit. So why not? So with that being said, trimmed a little bit, and now we'll see what's next. Here's 297-ish. This is 312-ish. Who knows? Maybe we get to move back to the 8-day, okay, which is right here, or maybe back to where, to try to pause at 325. That would be a spot. But as of right now, Tesla is not a leader. Tesla is not like, special, but it's a trade, right? It's a trade. We trade for a living, don't we? Reclaim this spot. Down how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down days. Went below 288, came back above it, showed relative strength the entire day with the first time in a while on Friday. So why wouldn't you take some home? So now you look at Tesla, it's up 6. That's a nice morning trade. You don't have to be in 1,000 of them. You pick one. Relative strength, red dog reversal. Execute with confidence. Anyway, some people are like, hey, Red Dog, what's your subscribe button? I'm like, that's for Red Dog Mindset. And at some point, it will be for the 630 Club. At some point, probably I would say mid-year, come into the summer, the 20 at 520 is going to lead into the 630 Club, and it's going to be on the subscribe button. It's going to be a lot more expensive. So what I would suggest is subscribe now. It's only $10 a month, not even 33 cents a day. A lot of you guys have been watching the 630 Club for free since 2020. That's 5 years. Anyway, I think the whole formula of getting the mind right in the morning, beside with the what we've created into the 630 Club, I think it's a big value. But anyway, I'm going to move on. Bottom line is here. You have, what is this? At 299.72. Here's a level. This is 302. Okay. Actually, this was the 297, right? Well, yeah. So that's that low. It's already above that, so it's already showing a little bit of power. Yeah, there you go. So combine my tactic of the red dog reversal that you've been learning for years. Okay, and if you're on the alpha team, you probably saw the execution. I think the alpha team had a big day, and you executed. Now you're getting a little bit of follow through. So trim some and hold some. I've already trimmed a little bit. I always remember those sell rules that I say to print out. Well, you sell when a gap is in your favor, net money, right? Then maybe you hold it if it stays above a prior high, which it's above that right now. And if in order for it to continue the upside, it's got to hold above it. And then this is 310. This is 325. I'd love to see 325 this week. We'll see. I'm not, as of right now, I'm going to go step by step. First step, how much of today's gap holds, trim some, hold some, and figure it out. But there were a ton of these. You could have done it wherever you wanted. The other one that I chose was Amazon. Amazon, okay, a little bit different. Okay, had a low at 204. Not only did it do a red dog reversal, it did a red dog reversal with a higher low, right? A higher low. That's more relative strength. So it didn't make a new low the way Tesla did on Friday. It made a higher low. So it shows a little bit more demand for that. So why not go with that? Again, you don't need to go with 100 things. You can go with a few and make a living. Anyway, so with that being said, let me say hello to some of the dogs that are tuning in here. These guys are on either YouTube or they're in Twitter. We got Nugsy. Swimwear. Yeah. What are my thoughts of K-Web? K-Web, so far China, the dips have been viable. That would be perfect. 325. True. I get that. What Steve Dolan. Welcome to March Madness. There we go. Could be Danny. It could be more than that if you don't sign up earlier. What's up, Joey A? Hims had a great RDR. There are so many red dog reversals. Some actually got really lucky. They looked at the red dog reversal for IBIT, right? IBIT is the BlackRock ETF for crypto. Okay, you had a red dog reversal here on what's it called on Friday, not even knowing that Trump was going to announce it for the strategic reserve. So sometimes they say, "Wow, I was really lucky." Well, what's luck? When opportunity meets preparation. And sometimes if you do the right trade at the right time, you get pleasantly surprised. So if you bought IBIT here, chances are, you're getting, paid handsomely. Right now, it's up 9.9%. I could probably fill this gap. This gap goes to, what is this? This gap goes to $53. That's a $3 gap. So there's definitely some a little bit more room there. And whatever, we'll see. Some people are like, well, Mr. led the way. You know what? Look at this red dog reversal on Mr. So Mr. also, after being really broken, Mr. hasn't been special in a long time. Okay, but trade wise, it went below 239.48 and came back above it. So 239.48 and came back above it. So here you go, 239.48, came back above it, and now it's got a whole lot of resistance here. So I wouldn't be like thinking Mr.'s all of a sudden going to be back at the highs. But as a trade, if you trade for a living and you see these things happen and you're not caught because you're not long below all the moving averages, you could have a tactical long there. And what's Mr. doing right now? Let's see, Mr.'s probably up 25 points. It's up 31 points. Look at that, 287. Congratulations. What's this? This is this low here is what? This is 299. And this low here is what? This is 309. So, yeah. So, congratulations. A lot of people are making a lot of money this morning. Are you? And if you're not, are you making some? Maybe you didn't, execute. If you rolled up your shorts, all right. You're getting a little screwed up here. But anyway, so this is where all the moving averages are. This is where there'll be a boatload of resistance. So, if you sold when it broke here and got back when it reclaimed 239, you're getting paid. Congratulations. If you don't have as many shares on as you thought, all right, be happy with having something. Let's see, Morgan Stanley names Tesla top pick. All right, that's cool. Well, I'm going to try and stay with Tesla. So some people are like, hey, Red Dog, how does a new active sequence start? A new active sequence starts by trading well. So right now, Red Dog, right now you had this RDR, okay? You're opening up. Tesla's opening up 6 to 299. So how does an active sequence start? You sell some up 6 and change. Markets pull in. It shows relative strength, doesn't pull in a lot. And then all of a sudden, you could buy a little bit and then closes well. Then you have a gap pivot to trade against. And then dips are buyable. It outperforms the market, shows relative strength, and retraces. That's how it starts. But got to start somewhere. I don't know if this is going to be the start, but at this point, you know what? I do think there's some room to 325 in the 8-day is the first spot here. So what's this high? This high is 309. So we'll see. Does it have enough power just to get back to 309? If maybe. So anyway, there's a lot of things going on here. I like to focus on the Mag 7. I like to focus on the semis. And guess what? Even NVIDIA, was great last week. Great last week, A, because it gave you clues that the market was coming in on Thursday. And then it even gave you a red dog reversal by 2. Well, what do I mean? Here you go. Look at that. You had Thursday's action where you had a really bad down day and NVIDIA strength was sold, give you lots of ways to get out, right? Remember, you could have sold some strength, fell to hold 133, broke below 129.49, gave you a big wide range candle. And guess what? Had downside follow through on Friday. Actually, the power plays made like 100% on their options. We sent out a note to power plays options, get out, book it. And then it showed some relative strength and reclaimed 120.01, which could have been your red dog reversal buy. But guess what? No upside follow through here. If you took this one home long and didn't take anything else, you're like, oh, that's a pain in the butt. Yeah, that happens. That's happened to me before too. It's down $1.33. So granted, you're not getting paid with upside follow through to this one, but you'll see, hey, maybe there'll be a dip to buy. Instead of going home long 500 and it being up $2 and selling 300 and holding 200, maybe you're long 500 and now you buy more, you get to 1,000, it goes green. And then it pushes up. You get rid of that. You hold what you had, and you make more money because of a little relative weakness in the morning. But anyway, let's see. Take a look at the day chart. Some people are like, where would some support be? Let's go to the intraday. 122-ish is where it broke out from in the afternoon. That was a crazy, crazy move. So, I would think if NVIDIA is going to be any good and you're long it, or maybe you don't have it. I'm not long NVIDIA. So for me, NVIDIA will be on my game plan to look for a reason to buy it. Right now, there's really no reason to buy it because the futures are up, it's down anyway. So it's not really giving you, it's not showing you the criteria to be an A+ play, but it could continue. So this is a good spot, 122-ish. It's a 123.60. Not everything is getting upside follow through. A lot of guys were trading Palantir. Palantir did not give you a red dog reversal. It just came into, look at it. Remember on Thursday, I'm like, guys, 78 area is a big area. Next big spot support is 78. Hey, look at that. That's why we prepare. So now what? I don't know. If you took it long, I would trim some, just like everything else. It's up 268 at 87.60. Where's 87.60? 87.60. This low here is it's 87.60 right here. So I would be trimming some of this, to be honest. But we'll see how much. So another thing to think about is some things are gapping up. Which names hold the early strength and show relative strength to maybe stay with for the week? Or which ones open up and go red, and that was it. Some things will show relative strength and keep it for a few days, and some will open up, and that was your day and a half trade, and then it's just back to range trading. All right, some people are talking to me from here. Let's see. Meta, yeah, Meta was pretty good. Meta also gave you a red dog reversal. There's so many of them. It's just you had to choose one. Look at this. This went below and then reclaimed 657. That was your spot. Not only did it do that, it also gave you like a little double bottom. So Amazon gave you a higher low. This gave you a double bottom. And now Meta's up 4. Meta's not up that much percentage-wise because it's not really in that crypto basket. But at least you're getting some upside follow-through to trim some. And now we'll see, hey, this is pretty methodical, right? This is where we broke out from, came in, and now we'll see, does this start a new active sequence? If you got out when Meta broke its ascending channel right here, you had a way to rebuy back into support. And now we'll see, does it get back towards 683? Again, Lunar has a big day coming. I hope so. So I'm in Lunar and I'm losing money. One of my friends who really follows us very, very close said that they're having their launch, and it might be landing on the moon this week. So I bought some options. Did reverse also. This reversed on Friday, so maybe there's a play beforehand. But I'm in some $18 calls and kind of feel like it's a reach. But who knows? These story stocks are always reaches. Dash out of those three names. Look at this. You had a higher low here also. Dash came in, right? Made a higher low. If you got out when it broke 209, it also came down towards the 50-day and held. Higher low, relative strength. Dash, it still is on the go-to list. Why? Because it showed relative strength to some of the other names. Actually showed better relative strength than Reddit and Palantir. So it's something that I don't think is over. So if you feel like you missed Dash, you didn't miss Dash. It's a lot more trading this year. It's only March 3rd. So again, here we are at 651. Last week was a very volatile one. The oscillator hit minus 50. If you made some money short, great. If you also reversed on Friday and made money, congratulations. If you took a third home, hopefully a few things you took, are having a nice move. If you happen to take crypto, you're getting an extra pop because of the news. Just so you know, President Trump will be doing a crypto summit or something on the 7th. It's only right now March 3rd, so that means there'll be some speculation of what's going to go on. So maybe it'll keep crypto higher. So if you didn't have crypto, you could buy the dip and figure out where it goes by March 7th. A lot of institutions say it's going to go to 150,000 or 200,000. So if that's the case, it's at like 93,000. You haven't missed much, except for the perfect buy at 80,000, which not a lot of people caught. But anyway, just take a breath. It's a new month. It's a new quarter. Oh, no, it's not a new quarter. I'm sorry. It's a new month. And just, have some gratitude for being in your seat, having buying power, feeling good. Hopefully you tuned in at the 20 at 5:20 for 20 minutes. I spoke to a lot of people this weekend that joined the new subscription, and they've been loving it. They've fasted for 7 fasts already. They've been sticking to their diet. They want to get in good shape for the spring. By feeling good, they're actually executing on the X's and O's. A lot of them like, I actually caught the red dog reversal on Friday, and I didn't get caught up during the week. So, you put it together. You have a routine and a process. You could do this for a long time. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm 52 years old, believe it or not. And I'm hoping to do this for another 10, 15, 20 years. And if you want to do it with me, I'd love to have you. If not, just pick and choose your battles. But either which way, today is a new day. It's a new week. If you're coming in short, Maybe you add a little bit and trade around it. Just don't have short on the brain because everyone thought, listen, somebody like Red Dog, ha ha, you didn't do your blood on the street account. Wasn't the criteria. I couldn't do it anyway. The blood on the street account, which is one of those 7 accounts that I post to you guys on the what's it called? On my financial life, could only be printed on the Lowe's because it's at Bright House. So my wife, who worked at UMD&J, she has an account there that she put together. It was built during the financial crisis, by the way. It was built by buying every single month through the financial crisis. But then when she left to go into private practice, she couldn't take it with us. So that's why I turned into the Blood on the Street account. That account can only be bought on the close. So Friday's close was 100 handle rally. So that wasn't a way to do it anyway. But again, the 401k that does every month, or my son's 529, every month, they take advantage of those prices. So I would say at this time, just make sure how to figure out how to have multiple accounts. So this way you can make money in any market. You could accumulate over time for wealth. You could have an active account to take advantage of over emotion, and then you could have a swing account for when the market's trending. You could have options account for binary events. You could have a box that might, leverage it up. So there's lots of different ways to make money. Bottom line is the market's going to continue to move. It's either going to move with you or without you, and stop complaining, figure out what you're doing wrong and start doing things right. And if you're doing things right, congratulations. Don't let your highs get too high, your lows get too low, and keep moving forward and plan out the week. I'll see you guys a little bit later. I got to do 40 charts for the Alpha team now.